Hey there, it's Aaron. In this video, we're going to have a look at an AI image generating platform that has been getting a lot of attention because it has a lot of strengths over some of its competition. The platform is called Ideogram, and you get to it by going to Ideogram.ai. So when you get there, you're going to see that it is somewhat of a stripped down looking interface, but at the same time, it is a fully featured platform. So let's just get right into it. Before I do, make sure that you like this video, then subscribe to my channel. That's going to encourage me to make more videos for you. And now we can get started. So as you can see, we have our prompt area and then just a few features to know about. We do have these optional style settings that we can choose from, ranging from photography mode, 3D render. They also have portrait photography, wildlife photography, and some other wild ones. And there's also this lucky style button. You can press that and it will randomly choose some styles just for some random fun for you. Then over here we have the aspect ratio selection. We have portrait, square, or landscape. And that's really it, folks. That's all that there is when it comes to Ideogram. So describe what we want to see. Why don't we try a classic like dog driving a car. And we'll try that in photo mode and let's generate it. So when we do generate, you're going to see two things. One is the progress of the generation, and the second is the wait time between now and your next generation, so that you can have multiple images in queue, so to speak. Now, one of the cool things about Ideogram is that in a moment you're going to see some low-res versions of the images that are being generated, which I think is kind of fun, and it sort of holds your interest while the images are being finished. And they're almost done here so that we can have a look at them. And now let's take a look. There we have a dog driving a car, and I've tried this prompt in so many different AIs, and this one is actually one of the most believable. Here, the same thing, very nice. The dog looks very realistic. Same here. I don't know about the anatomy of that paw, but and here again, we have a dog actually driving a car with some success and some fails. But as far as the dog itself, definitely a success. Great. So let's try another one. Why don't we try something more abstract, like cartoon scene featuring a rooster. And I'm going to set it on 3D render and take off photo. And let's give this a shot. These looks like some cute images. Let's see what we ended up with for compositions. That is much like you would expect, except we get a bonus bird of some kind up here on that perch. Number 2, definitely more of a cartoon style. Number 3, again, some success and some failure happening here. And number 4, what a handsome looking bird. Great. Now, in terms of the specific strength that Ideogram has become known for, it is with text. So I'm going to try something like a man holding a sign saying, "Hello world." And what AI platforms in general are known for is not being accurate at all with text. Usually it is a garbled mess depending on the platform that you're using, but the ones that I'm thinking of, it's almost useless. It gives you an idea of maybe a nice graphic style, but without providing the typography and the letters in the right order, there's very little that you can do with it. So we're starting to see our results come through, and some of them are looking promising. Others are maybe not so much. So we ended up with the words just hello in 2 of them, the word world only in 1 of them with what looks like an alien, and then finally a hand holding up a little sign that says hello world. So let's try this one more time. So this round, much more successful. In all cases, we have the signs with the words hello world, and in 2 of them we have gentlemen. I guess the second one isn't really a sign. Maybe he's holding up a small sign plus the words hello world. But overall, I actually like that one the most. So that's pretty cool. Why don't we try something now like the word Awesome. And we're going to do typography. I'm going to set it also on poster just for fun. And let's try this in square mode and let's generate. This time we ended up with some very creative results. Only one is a success. That would be the second one. But I have to say that second design is really, really super cool. We have awesome. The S is a little bit abstract to say the least, but I think that it's readable and I think it's super cool looking. Awesome. So why don't we try one more with text? Again, this is the main reason that ideogram has been getting a lot of attention. We're going to try the words. Why don't we try the text? Fun, fun, oh my, fun, surrounded by a fun background. So leaving a lot of room for interpretation there. I think I'm going to turn off poster this time. So here we have wins in all cases. Now we might have to go into something like Photoshop and delete some of the punctuation. Maybe if I were to try it again, I wouldn't use those commas in there. Seemed like that caused more of an issue. But those are definitely fun. I would say that the backgrounds are fun enough, and I would call that a success. I think that we should try something else, and I think that we should try a portrait of a young woman. And there is a portrait setting here, I'm quite certain. Let's try here, portrait photography, and let's generate. I'll change it to portrait orientation. So I would say that these photo reel results are almost close to Adobe Firefly, who to me sets the standard. But if we look at the usual suspects of the hands and just the faces overall, I mean, the compositions as well. Everything about these images is quite stunning. I especially like, well, I like all of them. The first one, I find there isn't enough clarity with the face, but clearly it does a great job when it comes to realism as well. I think that we should try one more since we haven't tried any type of a landscape. So we'll try silver fox in a meadow, and I'm going to set it on landscape photography. I know that is an option here, wildlife photography rather. I'll put it on landscape and let's give it a go. Let's inspect these. So here we have a great looking image of a silver fox. Here as well, although the texture of the fur here is very sort of even, not realistic looking. Same thing here. And this one looks the best, I would say. It's too bad about the eye. So what do we think of Ideogram? I think that it's incredible. And I think that it's very creative. Very impressed as well with what it does with realism. If we look at the community feed here, you can see a lot of cartoon, anime, of course, people experimenting with text and things like that. But we're not seeing a lot of realism portrayed, which is unfortunate because clearly it is one of its strengths. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like it and please subscribe to my channel because that's going to encourage me to make more content for you. And with that, I will see you the next time.